I'm Kim Hunter. I'm an attorney in private practice, and I've been volunteering with advocates for probably over a decade now. Several of the volunteers who went to Artesia have used the phrase deportation mill to describe what was going on there. And essentially, it was just a complete shortcutting of any type of due process, which is just fundamental fairness protections for these mothers and children. At the time, volunteers finally started arriving in Artesia, which is very remote. The women and children there were being deported an average of 7 days. And so since the volunteers started arriving, not only did those deportation numbers decline dramatically, there were also 14 families whose cases went through to individual hearings, and of those 14 represented families, 13 of them were granted asylum. The thing that I think is important for people to understand about these detention centers is that they are sort of hastily constructed. The one in Artesia, New Mexico, which is the one that I was at part of the summer, was actually operated by ICE, which has no particular expertise in how to operate a facility. It was noteworthy to see things like the facilities were really cold, and so you saw mothers trying to cover their children with towels and washcloths just to keep them warm because there were no blankets. You saw children losing weight. You saw children just with all sorts of respiratory problems and other issues that were being untreated. So that's what we were able to see within a facility operated by ICE. Now what you have is the Corrections Corporation of America and Geo Group, two private corporations operating facilities in Karnes and in Dilley, Texas. And those are both companies whose supposed expertise is in private prison systems, which is not appropriate to what a family setting is supposed to be. So the concept that family detention is even needed in the first place is specious, because we know that nearly everyone who's coming to the border has someone in the United States who's willing to claim them, to house them, and so forth. We also know that statistically, asylum seekers show up for their immigration court hearings at much greater rates than other types of immigration cases, people who might have had a criminal record or other problems. I mean, again, these are people who are coming to us for help. They're not running from us, they're running to us, and then we're incarcerating them.